what's Missin Curfew? It's when you kind of play guilty, but you show up.
How nice is a green light on the road, though? No practice tomorrow, no plane, just go.
Scotty Upshaw in the clear, and he scores! Right in front, scores!
A few laughs, a little bit of fun, and obviously a lot of hockey talk.
You're listening to Missin Curfew.
The lads.
Up dog, fella Friday.
It's a good Friday, folks. It's a good Friday. What a weekend we have coming up. I know you're excited. Can't wait to get to that. Some great hockey games this week. Can't wait to get to that.
You're in a good mood.
I'm playing some golf today at Riviera. I can't wait to get there. I mean, what a treat.
Yeah, Rivs is fucking track. How's our boy K-Wash doing? I miss Wash.
That's great.
Tell him I said what up. We actually, you know what?
In Washington. He's great. He's doing great.
I was thinking about Washy because the greens are finally, although, you know, people at Big Canyon, fix your ball marks.
We need to talk about
I don't complain a lot about much, but like
when did you recognize it?
Since the greens have gotten good.
Yeah.
When the greens are shit, I didn't care, right? They're never shit. They're always decent. But right now they're really, really good. They're unbelievable in the club championship. And then I just noticed lately that, you know, I don't hit many greens. So when I'm, you know, get my 58 chip on, I'm like, look at all these ball marks.
Yeah. What's worse? Getting to a green that has a bunch of fucking, you know, dart marks in it like that, or getting in a bunker and it's half-ass raked. There's nothing worse than getting in a bunker and you're in
probably the bunker.
Fat fuck's fucking footprint. Bigfoot's footprint.
Yeah.
Right? I heard rake it well, or you're in that rake mark with the, you know, the crease, and you're just fucked.
You know what?
Without even getting out.
One of my favorite COVID rules. I didn't really like. I liked nothing about COVID except for this. When we couldn't rake the bunkers.
Yeah, no rakes.
And then you could go in there and place your ball. It was nice. It's nice because I hate raking bunkers. You know, we're so lucky. Our boy, he's more than a caddy. He's our buddy, Jason Beach. But like, some days I'll be in every bunker and I just turn on like, I'm sorry, bud. Like you have to rake another bunker.
Some courses have that you know, pearl champagne sand that, you know, it just fluffs enough. When it hits, fluff rolls down, stays fluffed up like it's been taking Cialis for most of the afternoon. and it just gives you a chance. When you're stymied, you have no chance.
I'll tell you what, I went in a bunker yesterday on 10, 11, 12, 13. And it was like hard, like firm, but there was you could nip it. Nip it. When there's too much sand in there, I fuck it up. I needed I'd rather it be firmer than like fluffy for me, unless it's like that white sand. Jim Abbott, fucking guy, got hot on the back.
By the way, Jimbo, this is 76 or something.
Did he shoot 76?
6, bud. 39, 38, I think. What's that?
Fuck, we're lucky we only lost what we did then.
Yeah.
See, Jimbo didn't want to play 50s either on the first tee, eh?
Thank God.
Fuck Jimbo. But listen, it's not just Big Canyon, it's golf. Fix your ball marks, boys. Keep the greens rolling nice up, dog. Speaking of nice greens, it's our nation's Canadian Open, Hamilton, Ontario.
Love it.
The home of the Big Earn, Brian McGrattan. Never played Hamilton Country Club. Heard good things. $9.4 million on the line back home for the RBC Canadian Open. Good luck to all the Canadian lads. I am taking a break from betting golf, but I heard the Updog. Updog's got a little skin in the game.
I found a little teaser on my
What do you got, fella?
Sportsbook. Listen, we all know Rory, single now, doing his thing. He had his.
Does he stay in downtown Toronto?
This is the article saying he had a private investigator hand over the papers. Gotta love that.
That's like a golfer's move, right? Yeah. Tiger.
No, I think that's just anyone's.
Tiger's took it.
When you're done, you're done. You're like, here, just, you know, just do the dirty work.
Tiger took his ex-girlfriend. She's like, hey, yeah, we're going on a trip. She showed up to the airport, and then his like security guards handed her the papers.
Yeah, so
thanks for coming.
What do you got? Yeah, no, so I just thought I'd tickle, you know, Rory. He loves the Canadian Open. He's won it, I don't know how many times.
Fuck, he went back-to-back.
Back-to-back champs.
Yeah.
So it was plus 370. I thought, geez, if Vegas knows something, given a golfer out of a field of 125 guys.
I got to make that T-shirt for you.
Huh?
Vegas knows something. Because you always like, you said something yesterday on the golf course. You're like, oh, does Vegas know that Edmonton can't win the series or something like that? I'm like, you always love saying Vegas knows something. Vegas knows something.
It's got to be something.
Smitty, make that shirt for the Updog. Vegas knows something.
So, you know, I thought I'd tickle it. I threw 500 on there. Not bad.
I'll tell you what, the PGA Tour, for as much as we bag on the PGA Tour, They've moved the Canadian Open to 2 weeks before the U.S. Open. Remember, we used to have the right after the Open Championship or the week before, whatever it was. It was either or. It was on the back end or the front end, and half the guys wouldn't play, and then it was always a shitty spot. But this is great. Guys are going to play 2 weeks before the U.S. Open. Yeah, it's going to be great.
I like the little shuffle the deck with the tournaments.
Yeah, I like that they mixed it up and gave us some love.
Throw the John Deere out the window. Bring over the RBC over here. Move the PGA Championship over here. The players.
They shuffle the deck.
Yeah. That's good. It needed to be.
Good luck to the Canadian lads. I'm going to keep my eye on. I'm going to say look out for Corey Connors this week. He's a good Ontario boy. I believe he's from Listowel, Ontario, which is roughly around somewhere in that region of Hamilton and Toronto, and I think it's west of London, Hamilton, sorry. But if I was going to put money on any Canadian, Corey Connors, who I believe is the lowest odds, I did see that on DraftKings. So, Updog, real quick, I'm going to UFC 302. Shout out to our boy Billy Quinn. Poirier versus Islam, who is the champ, who is a Khabib guy. Khabib is going to be in his corner. Poirier is plus 450 or something like that on DK. I love Dustin Poirier.
So you're going right in the heart of Newark for a good fucking
going right into Newark
match. Yeah. When was the last time you ever played in that barn?
Oh, yeah. I played in that barn. Fought David Clarkson there, center ice.
I had a time after a game in that barn.
Yeah. I didn't mind that barn. I didn't mind playing in that barn. It's all right.
I was late for my bus.
I believe you.
Yeah.
I believe you. But I'm looking forward to that. It's a great card. And the co-main event is Sean Strickland versus Paul Acosta. Which
you're going to have some Republicans?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
In Jersey, I don't know. Is there,
No, but Strickland,
Strickland is, he's
there's going to be some words said.
Yeah. And Costa, this guy's probably doing some serious.
I didn't even see the bumper in there.
He's doing some serious damage, Paul Acosta in Brazil.
Yeah.
I would say this guy's probably doing all right for himself out of the octagon.
So let me say this. Sorry. Was Strickland fighting at this one too?
Yeah, he's the co-main event.
Oh, unreal.
Yeah, I love Sean Strickland.
Yeah,
that's going to be a good fight. It's going to be entertaining. Anytime you go to fights with Billy Quinn, it's awesome too because I don't know the jiu-jitsu style of it, and he'll break it down for me. I'm like, what's he trying to do there? He's like, he's trying to pass guard and get there and get there. Because when they go down to the ground, I'm a big UFC guy, but there's still Joe Rogan. When you listen to his podcast, he knows so much about fighting. But
you know one thing about the ground and pound, but it's a little different.
I know about the ground and pound, but yeah, it's a different ground and pound, 100%. So looking forward to it. Updog, we'll be right back here at Missin Curfew. Welcome back to Missin Curfew, Updog Stanley Cup Conference Finals.
Our fellas at DraftKings, big boy, presented by DraftKings. Stay tuned because you'll hear more about DK and all it has to offer throughout our show. DraftKings, the crown is yours, fellas.
2-2, both games. They both feel like. Well, listen, we'll start in the East. First of all, Updog, I wanted to talk to you. We've talked, we mentioned, I believe it was on Wednesday's podcast about the fight cam and the Memorial Cup. We've been talking on Missin Curfew for a while that you got to find different camera angles. And I don't even know if this is doable for a game, but Sam Reinhart, he wore a body cam for morning skate the other night or the other morning, and your boy Chicken Parm was interviewing him. But I just thought, is there any way you could have a body cam on him? Imagine Connor McDavid wearing a body cam and coming down, and you're sitting there as a viewer being like, wow, this is what this defenseman feels like.
Yeah.
Like, I think they're on to something here. Like, we need more camera angles, and I don't know if the body one's going to work in a game because it could break or might, McDavid probably doesn't want to wear it, first of all. But I was just thinking, imagine getting in your living room, Connor McDavid coming at you, you'd be like, wow, this is crazy.
Yeah, no, Al, so our boy Al Hall, a big NBA guy, was talking
Summer League,
was talking hockey, and how we can better the cameras. This was this past weekend. Now, the body cam to me, you might get a couple good clips, but a guy's body moves so fast. The fists are there. He's skating, the stick's up here, he's cross-checking. Maybe
that's how you were skating.
Yeah,
that's how you were skating.
Maybe between the eyes, see what he sees. Maybe there's a little dot you can put on his forehead, or
neck guard,
or above the ice. You get those drone looking things the NFL has on the strings.
Yeah,
and
someone said that to me.
And you bring those down. Now, how often is the puck going to come up and hit him? Probably not much, right? You flip the puck.
Well, if Ekblad's on the ice, a lot. He loves to fucking flip. He loves
the old flip and chase. Now is a big play.
I hate that play.
Big play, but
can I just talk about how much that play sucks?
Yeah,
sucks.
No, it does suck.
It sucks.
Well, you were a guy that liked to go on your backhand and cross ice, sauce about 6 feet in the air.
I should have flipped it out more, probably.
There's some D that you just say, just stick to what you're good at. Flip the puck.
It's tough for you as a forward that could skate when you play.
Yeah,
it's great for you, and for me, it's awful because the puck's bouncing. You're coming at me 100 miles an hour. I'm like, fuck off.
I like to skate at you and read where you're going because you're looking at the play if you're skating backward with the puck.
I was going like this.
Yeah. I'll fucking shimmy shake you. But the camera. I think the chest, and I'd be interested to see how this looked with Sam Reinhart in practice. The camera's there. You can kind of like come in and just. But during a game, I feel like you're just doing too much that you might not get the fully benefit of like McDavid on the breakaway with the move. Where if it was on his fucking head, it might be perfect.
Yeah, I mean, I just love that ESPN is thinking outside the box. Good. I thought it was great that we need more of this in the game. I tell you what, it did make me realize too. It was a pretty lackadaisical morning skate, which is just the best about playoffs. By the way, playoffs are the best. I remember Seguin in the second round against my Abs was like, Biz or one of the boys asked him about the power play. He's like, honestly, boys, I haven't practiced in a month. Yeah. Like, that's what's the best about playoffs. You don't practice. You come in, you get a little rehab, you see the boys, you watch film, you play soccer, you go home, you get ready for the next night.
Well, I'll tell you what, when we were in Vancouver, Obes, bird's eye view of morning skate, watching Talks and the boys.
Yeah.
What we seen Miller do with Hughes on their power play, they were out there for an hour.
The last two guys was crazy.
Working on power play, how they're going to, interchange, where the seam's going to be. And I'm like, guys, get off the ice. Yeah. Well,
rest is a weapon, like Updog's t-shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sure is. But, nowadays, what's best about the conference final, been there twice, never got past it.
That's impressive.
Is that all the media, there's only your game on that night. Yeah. So the whole media is there. You're kind of focused. What I also loved was that's whiteout. All the T-shirts are already sat on the chairs. So you're the only
game that night.
You're the only game
that's
night.
Cool.
In Dallas,
never got that far.
In Dallas, when you watch Jackie Redmond on the TNT game, and she's saying hi before the game and giving her breakdown, which she's really great at. All the seats have all like the T-shirts on it already, and the towels, and the lights are going off. And in practice in morning skate, you kind of get that vibe early. And it's just like, you're like, God, I'm so fired up for this.
Yeah, I never thought of it from that. You're the only game on that night.
You're the only game?
That's sick. You see this analytics they're doing on TNT here with the
old Canada Cup?
That was sick.
Yeah. So I love that.
Yeah, you do, eh?
I thought it was
I thought the stuff
was analytics weren't there back
great.
in the day. They weren't there back in the day, and they took the footage and they broke down stats on Lemieux and Larry Murphy and whatever the case.
Gretzky had 22 high danger passing plays, and the next guy had 8.
So
Lemieux was the next guy, 8, and then there was some Russian guy that had 4.
Yeah, Wayne was allowed to do whatever.
So Wayne had 22 high danger passes to the slot,
yeah,
and the next closest guy was Mario. They played the same line. That's probably why Mario was just like tickling the rafters, being like, "Give me that biscuit." There was a clip they showed of Wayne the other night. He came down the wing and he top of the circles, and he put that puck.
Yeah,
like right. Yeah, I was like,
he used to have a lot of good slap shot goals, right?
Yeah, but so they're doing another channel on TNT. I don't know if you've seen it. They're doing like a data. I don't know what it's called.
I did see that last night.
So if you flip over there, I flipped over for a second. It's not my cup of tea, but it's like all the analytics up to speed. I'm sure a lot of people love it. Cooley probably would love it, but it's up to speed. That guy, I think his name is Mike Smith, really good guy, smart.
Yeah.
Up to date analytics coming at you. I don't want that, but I'm sure there's some, younger people or some new age hockey guys that want that.
I'm sure that there's apps out there now that you could probably just log in and you get that up to minute stuff. All the scouts get it all. And
yeah.
We don't need that.
Now we're more eye test.
Fuck, we played the game. But
I'll tell you what, I watching those highlights.
Gretz going to tune into that game?
Gretz loved it though. Gretz is like, that was really cool. Like for him to see his analytics like that. But no, Gretz hasn't turned that game. Gretz has been killing it. His lines have been unbelievable. He's been on point the whole conference final. He's great.
Great for hockey.
It's great for hockey. ESPN, keep it up. I love that body cam. Opdog, our boy Chucky. I love Matty Tkachuk, as everyone knows, but this chirp was unbelievable. When Kreider tried to take his mouth guard, he said, I told him that was the best play made all night. I'm like, Chucky, that was great.
Yeah, it's a full comedy show.
It's a great fucking chirp.
Between Paul Maurice and him, it's one after another. It's great.
Listen, in my opinion, without Igor Shesterkin, this series could be over. It could have been a sweep. It's not. It's 2-2. Game 5 is tonight at MSG, Updog. I'm feeling confident for my Florida Panthers. They're my last horse in the race. I'm feeling confident. I think they look the best of the 4 teams remaining, in my opinion. However, I'm worried because the big boys for the Rangers have not even fucking been on the score sheet yet. Kreider, Zibanejad, and the Breadman, and it's 2-2. Let's just say they wake up tonight, right?
Yeah.
fuck, it's like, hopefully they don't. But I like where they're sitting. I mean, Barkov's been an absolute beast. We're going to get to him and get this guy a beer. But what are your thoughts on the series so far? I mean, Shesterkin, it's unbelievable.
No, it's all about Shesterkin. I think right now he is favored in the race for the Conn Smythe at plus 500. So even with the fact that Florida is the better team in this series and they're favored to win the Stanley Cup, the Conn Smythe Trophy right now is basically given to Igor Shesterkin. If it ended today, he's been the MVP. Good for him. Everyone's talking about him. But again, you're going into MSG, the bright lights, the big city. The game is on, right? There's only 180 minutes left of hockey, that maybe 120. Who's going to be the better team? Who's going to find a way to score goals? Bobrovsky hasn't had to steal games, but he's let in, there's been one game, 6 goals. That's a little off night for him.
You hear you hear Hank talk about it. You hear Boucher talk about it. It's tough for these goalies, right? When you're not getting much action.
I know. And then you go to an overtime game.
Yeah. Say what you want about the Rangers, man. They haven't had, the shot attempts were outrageously favored the Panthers, but watching those games, every time the Rangers got a puck on a rush, you're like, wow, they could score here. Lafreniere has been unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
This kid has turned himself into I'm not a superstar yet, but a star. I believe there's superstars and stars. Alex Lafreniere is now a star.
Yep.
Without him, the series fucking is over. You can say Shesterkin and Lafreniere. He's been unbelievable, man.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd love to really see someone that's watched a lot of New York Ranger hockey talk about this kid because, whatever the case may be, he was a really highly touted younger player that played, fast hockey, tough hockey, found a way to score goals. Now, first 3-4 years in the league, it wasn't on his game.
Yeah.
It's because he's not the best player. Now he's on a stage. He's given the stage now.
Yeah, I watched quite a few Rangers games, and I do think that COVID, him coming in, no training camp, no preseason, throw right in the mix. Yeah. COVID, first 2 years in the league, dealing with that.
2 years of being a young adult.
I think being a winger at times is tougher too. I don't know. What it's like. Sometimes you get the puck on the wall, you're flat foot. I don't know. It's taken him longer because when he came out of junior, I watched him play the World Championships. The year they won it in, I believe it was Czech. I'm like, this guy's the next fucking
World Juniors or World Championships?
World Juniors.
Okay.
He won the World Juniors. He was killing guys. He was unbelievable.
Yeah.
He goes first overall, which I still think the NHL rigged it for the Rangers to get it. And it just took him some time up, dog. It's a hard league. You know that. I know that. It's a hard league, but man, he's turned himself into a man.
How much ass is he getting right now?
Hopefully a lot.
Yeah. I mean, come this time, if you're playing New York right now in the Western Conference Finals, you got to be taking full advantage of this whole run. I mean, you're focused on hockey, but your DM's got to be flowing. That game, he scores those 2 goals. I don't care who you are. Your DMs
are blowing up.
I
think win or lose, you take advantage of this run after you're done. And then you go into your DMs and you're like, all right, hey, we're going to be here. We're going to be here. Let's go here. Let's do it.
The boys are checking the DMs. I know
100%.
There's a few really great, the 2 best players in the world for Edmonton. I won't say that. They won't name names, but they don't even look at their phones in the playoffs.
Well, playing for Edmonton's different than playing for the Rangers.
New York, yeah.
But there's some fucking losers in New York, too, that would probably be chirping you and stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I know, but I just think you just want to keep your mind on the prize.
I agree. I'd be checking my DMs though. I'd have my
the prize.
I'd have my eye on the prize, but I'd always have my eye on the back door too.
Check out this prize up top.
I got stitches and fuck. I better be getting laid after this series is over. Win or lose, I better be getting laid. That's what I would have been thinking. But Western Conference Final up dog. Your Oilers got it done. I mean, Gretz nailed it on the head with this series. The only thing you can expect is
the unexpected.
Yeah. Well, no. How do you say it, Kyle? How did Gretz say it? The only thing we know about this series is we don't know
We don't know anything.
Yeah, we don't know anything, and that's bang on.
Yeah.
Stars go up 2-0. I go, here we go.
Yep.
This is going to be a statement win. And then fuck did the Oilers come just storming back. Listen, the biggest news up dog in this series is Chris Tanev. Obviously, you have heard that he left the rink in a walking boot. If he can't play, I don't know, brother. I mean, they got no Hakanpää right now. The kid that they were bringing into the lineup, Lundqvist, no disrespect to this kid, but he's not very good. He's played 12 playoff games, I think, in his career. He's averaged like 4 minutes of ice time. As an Oilers fan, you got to be licking your chops if there's no Chris Tanev.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just it
changes the whole series.
That changes the whole series. But up dog, it's good. Both series are going 2-2. It's good.
Can I touch on one thing that stood out to me yesterday before the game? You and I were teeing off the media presser. I sent this to you, the Nurse interview. Nurse was 1 2-word answers. I thought maybe he wasn't playing. I jumped on a radio show in the morning with my boy David Schlemko. Shout out to him, beauty.
Good guy.
Great player too. But I didn't know what to expect. I thought maybe Nurse was so upset that he wasn't going to play. Well, they shook up the lines, and when McDavid grabbed the question from Skinner talking about Nurse and took it on himself and owned it, I saw something in Connor that I was like, to me, I said the Oilers have a chance when their captain right now is so in tune to this series that he took the question from Skinner, he deflected it off Skinner, deflected it off Nurse, said it's me, these are my players. We trust him. He's been doing all these things for us all year since he's been here. Blah blah blah. I just thought it was a new Connor McDavid that I hadn't really seen. Someone that owned the moment. He knew it was great. It was great for his team.
He knew Nurse's been taking it on the chin,
big time,
right? And he's like, "I'll answer that one." It was great. I'll answer that one. And I did a little video yesterday when I saw the Nurse thing, but just to reiterate it, like, I get it, man. You don't want to talk to the media, then just don't talk. Go to the PR guy at Edmonton and say, I'm not going out there today. Send out Kulak. Send out fucking CC.
So funny. They were
send out anybody.
Why are they in the room? I question that.
I don't know, but I would have been like,
that's on them. Get them out of the fucking room.
There's no need. I think you have to be available. I know you have to be available after games. I don't know the ruling before games, but I think you could find a way to get out of it more and escape. Like, he's getting treatment.
Yeah.
He's getting treatment. He can't come.
Yeah.
Don't go out there and be like, he's good against this. Or if you want to come out, tell some of them to fuck off. Right? If you're going to come out and be pissed, be like, fuck you, bud. You've been ripping me all year. I'm going to prove you wrong tonight. Yeah, you. Keep asking me that stupid fucking question. But don't just be like, yeah, he's good. Our backs are good against the wall. I just was like, dude, you're being like, to me, it looked childish.
I know he was a little flustered. That's why I was so shocked that maybe he had a deep down meeting with the coaches and said, you got to be better.
Well,
or you're not going to play. And it's all, you know what? A lot of this is going to rely on you. So, we just want to let you know, like, fucking, you need a big one tonight, or we're fucked.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna get to Nurse on, get this guy a beer too. But yeah, it was Connor. It was unbelievable. I'm with you. They're both 2-2 up, dog. It's good for hockey. Missin Curfew. Dog of the week. Listen, Ryan Lindgren from the New York Rangers is an absolute fucking warrior.
Fuck. Is he ever?
You look at this guy's face right now. He's got a fucking stitches here. He's got a cut here. He's got a cut here. He's got a bruise here. That is playoff hockey, bro. Yep. That is where you take it to the next level and you get out of your comfort zone and you fucking compete. Ryan Lindgren, you're Missin Curfew dog of the week out east, and up dog in the west. I said it. Chris Knobloch, you're lucky. You're welcome, bud. You listen to Missin Curfew or what? You got in the coach's room? I said put Perry with Draisaitl. I said Kane. He went with McLeod, but Corey Perry played great. Yeah. Good for Worm. He deserves to be back in the lineup. He's the Missin Curfew dog of the week.
Can I say, to add on this, is the difference in putting veterans in your lineup this time of year to a young guy is so exponential, because young guys always think, Obi, we're in the conference finals. Wow, what a run. We can get here again. This is like, how fun has this been? Where an old guy, a guy that's been there before and is playing fucking insane hockey because he knows how hard it is and that this could be his last run ever, which is why when you look at both teams, you have all these vets on Dallas, Obi, that are Jamie Benn, Sagan, Pavelski, Ryan Suter. Sagan has one. These guys don't have one. They know this is like do or go out back of the shed and get a fucking bullet in your head type moment.
Out to pasture. Up dog.
This is out to pasture. Take the dog out behind the shed. And it's just a prime example when you put in a guy like you got Janmark, who's stepping up and having big fucking games.
Greasy looking
but
fucker.
You put Perry in on a position where he's going to affect the game from the get-go. He's going to feel the puck. He's going to get touches. He's going to go to the net. He's going to be himself. These vets are the ones that you need to rely on this time of year. Yes, give them a day off, 2 days off, let their bodies heal, get them caught up. But right now, I think the difference in these games is the depth and the experience. And I'm proud of Corey Perry for what he did last night. And I just think these two teams, and actually these three teams left, there's a lot of older guys in these lineups that know how hard it is. And they're playing their balls off because they know that they're 6 wins away from the Stanley Cup. And that means the world to them.
Yeah, I would say it's a great job by Knobloch too. You take McLeod out and you put him back in, you give him an opportunity to play with Draisaitl and Perry, right? Pears isn't the fucking fleetest of foot. Draisaitl has speed. McLeod is a burner, And Draisaitl can play at any pace. He could play at Corey Perry's pace, or he could play at fucking Ryan McLeod's pace. So it was a great coaching move by them. Bringing in Broberg looked like a good move for Koff on the back end. I will say this, though. Sam Carrick, to me, shouldn't be the guy that's out of the lineup. To me, we're going to get to Connor Brown. But if you go Carrick, Janmark, Brown, I think that's a better fourth line. To me, Derek Ryan is nothing personal. And on the Dallas side of it, dude, Joe Pavelski is a legend. However, Pete, I know it's going to be hard for Pete because he loves this guy. He had him in San Jose. I'm sure he's so important in the dressing room. But Updog, as BQ said, he's skating in mud out there, man. Like, he just can't get up to pace. He just can't. And it's like, I don't know. I would, if I'm Pete and Steve Spott, I would be like, do we give even one night off? Give him a night off. I know it's hard in Game 5, but maybe rest his legs for a couple days. But right now, he looks like he's skating about as fast as I could.
You're not wrong, Obes. Yeah. And that's why you win with a depth group of about 28 guys in the playoffs, because no matter what, you need them all.
So right now, he's got to play with Duchesne and Marchand. And who was the kid that you said, Della? I know the guy you're talking about. He's a speedster. But, to me, you could put Dadonov up on that second line, right? If you give Pavelski the night off, then you go Marchment, Duchesne, Dadonov. You bring in the young kid that we can't remember his name, and he plays on the fourth line with Steele and Fasek. To me, I think it's time that Joe gets a night off and you move Dadonov up there and play with a Marchand Duchesne.
Ty Dellandrea.
Yes.
Dellandrea.
So he goes on the fourth line. You give Joe the night off to rest the legs. You put Dadonov with Duchesne and Marchand, Hintz, Robertson, Seguin, Ben, Johnson, Stankoven, and then the fourth line. Pete, I think you got to do it, buddy. I know it's not going to be easy. But Pavelski, nothing personal. You're a legend. I want you to get the Stanley Cup. But Updog, that's the difference, man. There's plays he gets the puck in the D zone. He can't get his feet going. It turns over. In the offensive zone, can't get to it. They break it out. It's like, fuck. Come on, man. You got to get to that puck. And it's so close that this is what it's all about, man. It's little plays here and there that are difference making.
Yeah, it's good hockey right now.
Hey, Pavelski, if you're in the lineup, prove me wrong, fella. And if you do, get yourself a Labatt Blue. Presented by Labatt Blue Light, the Prestige Pilsner. Enjoy your beers together so we can live life to the power of we. Always enjoy responsible. Beer, Labatt USA, Buffalo, New York. Updog, I'm going to go first. Get this guy a beer. We've been giving this guy beers all playoffs. He's getting fucking pinned out there. Sam Bennett, I love you. Updog, I was so nervous in Game 4. Shesterkin's doing this thing. I'm like, we need a greasy one. What does Sam Bennett do? Goes out, gets a greasy one in Game 4 to get the boys going. Sam Bennett, keep a roll tonight, buddy. Get yourself a Labatt Blue. Get to the blue paint. Get greasy. I fucking need you, fella.
Alex Barkov. Sam Bennett centerman, a guy that's just an absolute weapon this time of year. He laid it on a tee for Bennett in overtime. Listen, Barkov's game is not going unnoticed because he's just a two-way juggernaut, and he's in beast mode right now, Obes. He's my, not my dog of the week. He's actually get this guy a Labatt Blue Light because he's playing so damn good, and I love this kid, and I just know that how much Chucky and him they talk about him. It's just keep it going, Barky.
Barky, I don't even know if you drink. I don't think he drinks, but if you do, get yourself a Labatt Blue, fella. His 200-foot game is unbelievable. You heard Sam Reinhart say, I don't think he's lost a battle all playoffs, and I would agree with that. He's good in the faceoff. He kills penalties. He's sick on the power play. The pass he gave Bennett was unbelievable. Updog, and I'm fucking nitpicking here, but you're a forward. If I was one thing I can say to Barky, like, sometimes when he gets in tight there, like, could he bear down a bit more to try to bury it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, sometimes he just... To me, he goes to his backhand. I'm like, fucking just rip that low blocker, fucking put it through the fucking.
I know, and he's got such a great shot. It's insane. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, listen, it's not what he's doing offensively and scoring all the goals. It's what he's doing just all over the ice, on the wall, doing everything. It's great, fella. I'm going to give Connor Brown, a guy who I've been hard on all year.
You got two, Connor.
Listen. You got two, Connor.
This guy's
we're sitting courtside on the glass at the first game in Vancouver, and someone chirps Connor Brown from afar, and we both start laughing. But listen,
you got two, Connor.
What he's doing now, he has provided the experience, the depth, the penalty kill for the Edmonton Oilers is absolutely on fire, and this guy's chipping in with some great passes. Every time he gets the puck, he's not one and done, buddy. He's chasing it down. He's keeping plays alive. He's fucking on the penalty kill. He's bringing the puck up the ice and creating scoring chances. I love the line right now with him Janmark, and whoever they want to place. If you think
Carrick.
it's Carrick, or if I like Ryan, but wow, that line is being a big difference, scoring some big goals. Connor Brown, get yourself a couple of bats.
Yeah, fella, you deserve it because you got bagged on all year, and not just by Missin Curfew, by everyone. I will say this. It's a credit to management, Kenny Holland. It's a credit to Chris Knobloch and the coaching staff. And it's a credit to him for having 97 in his corner. Probably, throughout the year, Connor being like, just stick with this guy.
He must have a no trade in there.
Yeah, don't give up. Well, nobody wanted. He was going right to Bakersfield. But my point is like, good on the management, coaches, and players to stick with this kid, not give up on him. See something in him, up dog, that, he's coming off an injury. He obviously didn't put up any points all year. He had 2 fucking goals, but he's been a playoff warrior. And last but not least for me, Darnell Nurse. Nobody's harder on Darnell than me. And it's nothing personal. Judging by his teammates, he seems like a great dude, and he plays old school hockey. Want to give him a Labatt Blue for bouncing back last night. Obviously, we talked about his media scrum. Wasn't perfect. Started off -2. Wasn't his fault. 2-0. He could have went and ran and hide and fucking, oh my God, here we go again. Made an unbelievable play on the Ryan McLeod goal. Gives it back to Pears. Drives the net. Suits you. I'm not sure what you're doing, but thought he played a great game. So Darnell Nurse, that a boy. Way to respond. Get yourself a Labatt Blue, buddy. When you keep it simple, play physical, and join the rush, you're not worth $9.5 million, but you're a pretty good defenseman. So get yourself a Labatt Blue.
Absolutely, well said.
Speaking of Labatt Blues, our guest, the fact daddy. Up dog, I was so excited for this one. I love this guy. This is a good one. We got
the family man, Fact Daddy from Nashville, coming at you.
Welcome back to Missin Curfew. Up dog. Listen,
This is one for Sounds of Summer right here.
When you have this Irish legend
Cheers.
coming on the show, this is our guy, my boy, the Fact Daddy, Ryan O'Reilly. Factor, thank you, buddy. Fuck, it's good to see you, bud.
Fellas, so good to see you. It's been too long.
I haven't heard that excitement in this fella's voice since he had Doug Gilmore on this podcast.
and listen, Fact, I'm excited for different reasons having you on. Dougie was my childhood hero, and you were just maybe my teammate hero.
Yeah, my adult life hero.
It's the same smile I used to put on my face when I showed up to the Pepsi Center hungover. I'm like, I'm a Factor. What's up, buddy? How you doing, bud? How you doing, bud? Factor, it's so good to see you, buddy. First and foremost, congratulations on your new baby boy, Liam Callahan O'Reilly. God, that's a good Irish name.
That is a strong name.
That is a good Irish name. How's that been, and how's fatherhood and everything, buddy? You look like you're just one big happy family, brother.
Oh yeah, it's 4 is a lot. Definitely, it's definitely nuts. Liam's 2 weeks old now. Yeah, it kind of happened right. We just finished our golf day at Troubadour. We're sitting around the fire about 10:30, and I just get a text, get the hell home right now. So just kind of stumbled up the course, got home as quick as possible. Next, 5:30 in the morning that night, we're having a baby boy. So it was definitely came in the world hot, that's for sure. But you're doing great. My my other boys, James and Declan, are doing great. We're daughter's the best thing in the world, and we're good. We're loving Nashville.
Yeah, your daughter's adorable, brother. Your daughter's adorable. She looks just like you. And God, man, I don't know if I'm ever gonna have kids, but if I do, I'm coming to you for advice because you've hit the home run with every kid you've had. Like when Jameson was born, I'm like, oh, that's such Jameson, what a name.
Yeah,
what a name. But you got the Irish name. Do you have a book at home with the Irish names in it, or is it just come to you, fella? What is it?
Oh, I do my research. Try to get dig deep into it. My dad, obviously, very Irish, and he's always got a lot of good ones. I'm always picking his brain for him. But I know we got some strong names in the family. I love it.
Are you planning on ever taking him over to Ireland? Is it something that you might put on the books one day?
When are we going
with this Irish lad, and it was an absolute treat. But have you been over there, Fact Daddy? Because it's a nice time.
Yeah, I went over briefly after Worlds one year, which is awesome golf ball. But I was only there for like 5 days, though, and I feel you have to do a couple of weeks. But Dana actually, for my 1,000 game party, got me a golf trip over there. So I'm going to be doing that with Cal and 2 of the buddies from back home. So we're going to go over probably next summer, not this summer, just with the baby, but next summer we're going to go over there. And we're talking about, possibly getting, going over with the family too, which would be, it's the best over there. The people are amazing. Obviously the Guinness and the JMO, flows like crazy there, which is, all you really need.
I tell you what, I felt like I was at home. I told Uppy, I said, fuck it, I feel at home here.
He had his drink down pat. I'll take a Guinness and a double shot of JMO, 1 ice cube. He told that to I don't know how many bartenders in 10 days.
Fact Daddy, you'll appreciate this because I know you like your whiskey neat. I took a lot of heat from the
you did.
From the Irish folks when I said 1 ice cube in the Jameson. They looked at me like, a lot of the Irish women called me a pussy flat out. They're like, you fucking pussy. I'm like, I just want to chill a bit. I want a hammer time.
Yeah, like you guys are fucking mutants over here. I don't know how much whiskey you can possibly drink out of the bottle.
Well,
hey, Fact Daddy, you should have seen us washed up ex-NHLers after we got rained out one day. So we played 9 of 10 straight, walking, drinking, boozing. My calves were in one, my ankles were in one, Lupul's back was shot, Uppy's elbow was in one, but we got her done, buddy. We played 9 rounds in 10 days. It was pretty awesome.
That's incredible. Yeah. You got an ace over there too, didn't you?
I did. You were like,
I saw that. I saw highlight.
All
my boys are sending it to me. You see this?
You would have loved our caddy, Old Mo, 88-year-old Irish guy, smoking unfiltered, 88 unfiltered cigarettes. He believed the caddies every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and he's just like, after the 4th hole, he's like, Shane, laddie, you're better than this. You're better than this, laddie. You're better than this.
You're like, Mo, are you my dad or what?
I'm like, Mo, I don't know if I am. And then he's like, we get to number 8. I'm like a million over, Fact Daddy. He's like, laddie, she's 135 on the ground. She's 165 in the air. Hit her at the left side of the green and let the wind bring her over. I said, fucking right, old Mo. Sounds good, buddy. And I finally got her on the screws. And I factored the Irish gods, buddy. They brought her home for me. It was crazy, dude. It was crazy.
I love it.
Hey, listen, I'm actually going to go over next summer again with Billy Quinn. So if maybe we could overlap or, maybe we could find a way.
That'd be nice.
Yeah. Hey,
sure we can make it work.
Fact, I want to ask you, buddy. I'm sorry I couldn't get to this when it happened. I wanted to. It just didn't work out. But you played 1,000 games, bud. And first of all, it just made me realize, fuck, I'm getting old. But how proud I was of you. I knew when I first met you that you were a special person and player. But what did it mean for you to get to 1,000? And I guess, second part, have you changed any way you take care of yourself? Or you've always been an ultimate pro, but is there anything you've tinkered over the 1,000 games, I guess?
Well, first off, I couldn't have got there without you boys. I think, we had fun together. The guys showed me a lot of things as well. And I'm definitely proud of it, for sure. I think it's a great milestone. And it was kind of weird to happen so kind of like early in the season too, which, it would have been nice maybe a little later and more comfortable there in the town and the guys and everything like that. But still, it was an awesome thing. And I think the biggest thing, and something I think my dad always taught me, is, you got to keep reinventing yourself. And it's 1,000 games and you don't get that, but I think every year changing something or seeing what other guys are doing and trying to evolve. And I think it's so important. I think you constantly have to change every year, approach a different way or find some new way to be better and make little adjustments. And gosh, I'm a complete different player than I was, as a kid. And again, I still look at it. I got to keep evolving. This summer, again, I have to evolve in many ways. And I don't think that ever stops. And not only just hockey, but life in general. It's like we always got to keep getting better at what we do. And I've just been obviously so lucky to teach the teammates I've had along the journey with me, but just a lot of good health, a lot of good trainers that have been there and keep me getting on the ice.
Yeah, last guy at the bar, last guy off the ice.
I know. And fact, Daddy, listen, we go back to when we first started hanging out with you and the Bonnaroo and coming in hot. And then, at that point of our careers, I would say at our careers, because I still felt young, we're looking at guys, in our dressing room and guys that played 1,000 games, that guys that battled through the playoffs have won Conn Smythe. And you're like, fuck, man, I hope I can extend my career one day like that, and now you're sitting here, looking at us, probably just got off the golf course, having a pint. And as a guy that's played 1,000 games, do you feel like the younger players now are like, they tiptoe around you? Do they want to go for a beer with you? Do they want to kind of learn from you? Are you at that point in your stage where you're helping out all these young guys and putting them under your wing? Because we always like that. And, you're now that guy. You're the guy that played the 1,000 games and have won. And that's epic.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I feel, it is something that, guys, they care what you're saying. They care. And sometimes I feel it's something I kind of struggle with times. It's, you get so wrapped up in my own game and what I got to do that you kind of forget, hey, I got to bring this guy along. And I think, having good leaders, I think, every year get a little better at it, but knowing that you do have to kind of engage and I'm thinking that, hey, I got to perform tonight, have a good game, but a little comment to a younger player, someone coming in could go a long way. So I think think guys, that relationship with it, you can tell guys, they listen. They know, I've won, and I know I care about this game, and I want to keep winning and having success. But it's, still for me, it's, you do have to, keep reaching out to guys and just have those relationships so they feel more comfortable asking me a question. And, some guys aren't real social, get in there with you, but the other guys too that, that do respect the game and want to be, in that position of playing 1,000 games and being around a lot, that, it's works both ways. We both gotta, pull each other along.
Yeah. Fact, Daddy, now that you're over 1,000 games, the first thing I thought I had to ask you for a personal level is like, how's the suit collection nowadays? I gotta think, like, you've always had good style. Like, do you got like 50 suits in there? Have you retired some of them? Well, what's going on with your wardrobe nowadays?
Yeah,
1,000 games, that's a lot of suits.
Totally, you're going through some trends too, right? Like since you started in the league, like now the different trends. You got like
no socks,
high
you got
tops,
the high thing. You got, Well, how's the suits looking, fella? What do you got in there?
I know it's different. Like you said, it's changed a lot now, and it's out there. But coming back to Nashville and Trotz, we had to wear ties again, which is a big change again. I had no ties. I haven't worn them in and it was back in early. I don't think in Colorado it was like the first year I've ever had to wear a tie again. So I had to go load up at the store again, get all the ties to go with all my suits. But no, it's good. I got a ton of suits. Some of them are outdated. I put on. I'm like, oh boy, this is a little too tight. And
it's a little stinky, this one.
Oh, she's rubbing the inside of the legs. She's a little tight, this one here, man. I'll put that to the back of the order there.
But I'm not. I don't know. I don't. It was kind of nice this year. We kind of had road for our long trips. We travel in trackies.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So it was kind of nice. Yeah, we'd have like that, so you didn't have to always, over a long trip, you didn't have to bring 3 or 4. You could get away with, 1, 2. And so that was kind of a nice little touch. But the ties was an old school way that Trotz brought back in. That threw me for a little bit of a loop.
Yeah, I want to get to you with Trotz, but I just want to talk to you about how good of a fit the Nashville, the city for you is, the fans, your family. Like, did you feel it right away when you got there? Because as soon as you signed there, I just thought, wow, this is such a great move by Trotz. But also for you, because I've known you so well and your background with music, and Nashville, it's a great city, but it's not like playing in Toronto or whatever. Like, did it feel like home right away, Fact Daddy?
It took a little while. We kind of struggled to find a place. Feel like everyone's moving here, and like good places are gone quick off the market. So we had a good battle trying to find a place. It was lucky we rented out Joe Hansen's place. He's got a, I've heard about this spot he's got, but massive putting green in the backyard. He got a little tiki bar in this place. Rented that for the first couple of months, which was a nice little touch. But
I've been there.
Oh yeah, it's a nice time. It took a little while. Once kind of got the kids into school, and we were able to go out and kind of get back with the group. How quickly became a great, an easy transition, and obviously the organization, I think, they're very connected here and helping you in any sort of way, and just a group of guys too. I mean, we had such a good group of guys that made it easy, and lots of guys with kids too. So wives are connecting that way, which are such an important piece. But like that, like the music scenes, it's unbelievable. It's almost too good at times. I look at my app bands in town, and it's like, oh gosh, this person's coming to town, this person. It's like, almost I can look at it because I'm just like, oh, can I catch this show? And then you're mixing with the family time.
Yeah.
It's tough that way, but it is nice. There's always a night out if you want, and you go down, listen to great live music. There's great restaurants. Still where we are in Green Hills is like great neighborhood. Tons of family, kids outside playing all the time. So it's everything you need, which has been so much fun.
I guarantee you, we're working on your putting stroke on that putting green. I was at Joe Hansen's. I'm not working on the putting stroke.
Actually, I thought about jumping in the pool one time, though. Fact that I just pulled out this gift you gave the boys for your 1,000th game here. This is a nice touch. I think what better time maybe to bust this open and have a a nice little shot of this.
I'll be the drunkest guy at the Pearl Jam show.
Anyway, I'm going to stick this here. Thanks, Kyle, for bringing me that.
Look at that. It's nice.
Hey, a little bit about the city of Nashville, too, like the people there. I remember when I got there. I was drafted there like 2002. But I always said, like, man,
6th overall.
This is a place I could go live. Like, the people are so nice, right? Like, the communities you find yourself living in, the grocery store, the people that help out around the rink, the bartenders, like everyone around the city just has like a good
the bartenders.
Well, I got to know the bartenders well. Shout out to my boy Bizzle, Wes, Morgan, the boys.
The old tin roof, baby.
Do you see factor as Nashville being a home now that you can maybe let these kids grow up moving forward? Like, you've been there a year, but I always said Nashville could be a place you just grow a family there, and now it's got all you need in a big city, and the Preds being your squad now. Is Nashville? Does it feel home?
Yeah, no, we've talked about it. Yeah, we just seen, obviously Cal drafted here as well. He lived in Hendersonville, just north of the city. Loved it. He moved back home because they're with the young kids, but he's talking about coming back, living here as well. And yeah, we talked about it. Yeah, like this. Once you get into, like I said, the communities here and the people, how great they are, and it's just such an easy spot to raise a family. For sure, we talked about this could be a destination for us that we end up in. But I also too think, I thought St. Louis was going to be that as well, and then you get shipped out of town.
Yeah, exactly.
It's crazy out there how quick things change. So
face off, you go cold in the face off circle, points go down a bit, and they're like, "I see you, bud."
How much you want? Oh yeah.
Sorry, fact, Daddy, you're a good guy, but fuck, you didn't win those draws down the stretch for the fellas.
That's
I know it's a crazy game, and it it's the way it works out. Like, who knows where the game will take me from here and how much I've left, but. Yeah. I would love to do it here, and I love our team too. I think we have built something this year, and I think we can win. And you find a way to win and make this home and be a pretty great run.
Yeah, and you talk about Cal. I love Cal O'Reilly. I was kind of a little blimp in his career, though. I think I kind of like he's had a great career. Don't get me wrong, but we're playing in Vancouver and we're blowing him out like 6-1. Like we're smoking him. And I see Cal far side, and I try to go like cross ice saucy. Like I should have just flipped it out. I try to go cross ice saucy, hits a stick, goes over to Cal. Derek Dorset falls on, breaks his leg. I'm like, oh no. I'm like, oh yeah, I felt so bad after that. I go, Cal, I'm so sorry.
I should have kept that one on the ice.
I should have just flipped around. In fact, I saw him cross ice, though. I'm like, I'm going to send a little fucking juicy saucy right on the
I mean, your brother.
He was having a year then.
What a career your brother's had, though. Fuck, he has. Well, I mean,
is he still playing? He's still playing, right?
Yeah, so he's in playoffs with Milwaukee. He's signed back with Milwaukee this year, and we were at camp together, which was unbelievable. Yeah. Like it was hilarious. Just two old farts still snapping around, but they're in playoffs. They just they're 1-1 against Grand Rapids right now, and he's still going. I think he'll still play again. He's moving well. He looks faster than ever, and so good for the young guys there too. Obviously he's got his 3 kids. He's got another one on the way too, and just. Such a good, teach them how to be a pro, especially young guys coming right from junior, how to kind of go about it, because he takes care of himself. He's such a good guy. He brings guys in, and so he's playing well, and gosh, I think he can keep going, and it's fun to watch.
Yeah, it's so important to the American League too, right? I remember looking back, Casey Hankinson, Dan Bowles, guys like that, Todd Reardon, that helped me.
Yeah, I had Tony Circus.
Montour had me, and Theodore Montour had me. I didn't think they're saying probably. Al Bryan really showed me the ropes there and said, yeah. Hey, one thing I loved about Cal though, 6 style. Good shin pad to skate, good style, good mitts. He just like you
had a jersey tuck, whether you knew it or not. There was a little tuck in there. Yeah.
He's still his little patience with the puck and like little swagger he has. Like just love the guy too. Like hates the score, just wants to dish.
Yeah, he's like
that's all he wants to
do. My favorite type of line mate. Give me the biscuit.
He would have stopped dishing to you though. Like I'm not giving any more backdoor tappings. You missed the last 2 upshall. Hey, Fact Daddy, I want to ask you about the head man there, Barry Trotz. Trotzy, people ask me this day, who is your favorite coach in the NHL? I always say Barry Trotz. He means a lot to me. He's a great guy. I just always remember him calling me in the office and be like, what did I tell you about this city? Small city, slow down. I was like, okay, I got you, Trotzy. But obviously brought you in. Well, what is he, impact he's had on you and being the GM and bringing you in there to change the culture? And that's exactly what you did, Fact Daddy.
Yeah, gosh, I was excited. It was a little scary this summer, not sure where it was going to end up. And obviously Nashville, the team on the radar, and I think too after last year not having a good one. Not sure how we're going to play out. And Trotz going to have some confidence in me to come in and help be a part of this and get things back on track. I'm obviously grateful for that. And just a great guy. It's he's obviously Mr. Nashville too for how long he's been here. The relationships he has and the way he takes care of it. But, even, my family's in town and 1,000 games, he goes up to the box and chats with my entire family, my cousin, everyone. And, it's such an amazing person that, loves the game and loves the city, but, he takes care of us too. He makes sure families are welcome coming in, and it's just such a great example of just, what he's done here and how hard it is to, play for him.
It's so funny. I had him so young that I wasn't able to really comprehend. Just
he wasn't slowing you down, was he?
No,
he wasn't slowing down.
No, but I was too young to understand. Like when you get a good coach or a player's coach like this, a guy that kind of just understands and he's a good guy. Like I was young and he was trying to semi be my coach, but also be like my dad.
Yeah.
And he's like trying to control me and Toots, and we're just,
That's uncontrollable. You two guys together back then was uncontrollable.
It really was. I know.
So that city wasn't big enough for you at that time. You'd be in like New York or something.
Yeah, it was tiny. Yeah.
Tiny.
What a great town though.
Yeah.
But no, Trotzy. I mean, listen, Trotzy is the ultimate, like not only coach but dad and mentor, and he's been through it all. And I had him at the World Championships too, where I actually got to get that out of him. I'm like, Trotzy, I wish I understood this more when I was younger. Like, I know.
I was just trying to get laid, Trotz. I wish I would have. I was
took me off the power play and stuff. I understand why now.
I had a couple of Titans cheerleaders on the ropes there. I had to talk to.
Oh, they were. Hey, no. And then, a little bit along the lines of Trotzy. Trotzy, he brought in Andrew Brunette, a guy, the ultimate player's coach to me, right? Like I look at this guy. He's young. He played the game the right way. What was to you your turning point in the season when you guys just went on that absolute tear, Fact Daddy? You turned the bus turned around.
The U2 concert.
Concert. Maybe just enlighten us with, and our listeners with just how much you as a leader, the coach, Brunette coming in and doing his thing, and just you guys all buying into something at towards the end of the year that really just made you guys go rocket ship.
Yeah. I thought, I was a great guy too. And very, very smart, great knowledge of the game. Loves it. I think obviously a lot of new pieces to start the season, especially him, new coach, new system for us all. And training camp rolls around and obviously good pace. Everyone's working hard, but also no one knows where to go. Diesel, everyone's scrambling, everyone's out of position. We're panicking.
Talk it out, boys. Talk it out.
Everyone just, I was lost for, first few weeks, just trying to figure this out. But, again, we get into the season and obviously it doesn't start the way we want, but, he was great at kind of, still teaching us, but staying patient. Like, hey, guys, we stick with this. It's going to come. We're going to understand it. And it just slowly started coming. And you'd see it. We started to create much more often. Started to play at a super high pace and speed and, smothering teams. And I said that, we came out of the break and, we got obviously spanked by Dallas and we weren't shifted. And, obviously Trotz and him kind of reset us and kind of narrowed our focus. And from there on, it just kind of exploded. And you saw we found everyone bought in, the roles the guy bought into. And, he was obviously at the forefront of it, just the teaching of it and staying patient with us and just a good gauge too. He's just a great guy. And that's why it's my year-end meeting with him and, we're breaking down little things. Hey, how do you think you get better? And, with him, it's just, really detailed, like real skill thing. It's just, I feel like you'd be a little bit better on your back end. I switched my curve recently and just got unpacking, sometimes you really get stuck in this area and just little detail, little things you get better, which, I think as a head coach, that gets overlooked a lot of those little plays that can make a world of difference that just, all right, at the meeting, we sat down, we had a couple of chili ones and just broke it down. And it was awesome. I got a lot from that and, we broke down a lot of things, but again, just little details like that of my game, of how I can, create a little more sense from it and how I can do little things that can make a big difference. It was cool and just such a great hockey mind that just loves the game and has done very well.
Yeah, that's funny. In my year-end meetings, my coaches told me to stay off my back end. They said, hey, stay off your
And why does everything have to be a 4-foot sauce?
Why the fuck are you trying to go to your back end all year? You're a fucking 4, 5 to 6 defenseman, fella. But fact, that's just good. That's just good communication, right? And that's what. And listen, I said when you bring Ryan O'Reilly in your dressing room, your work ethic, your communication, it's going to rub off on everyone. But when your head coach has that too, with you and it trickles out, communications, it's important in business when you're done playing, but it's so important in the NHL, man. Like a lot of my teams, the communication between coaches and players was so bad.
Yeah, it's overlooked.
Yeah,
especially young guys coming in that you don't want to go to the coach and
exactly
ask about a certain thing. And I think for him to see that and being a guy that's very approachable like that makes it so much easier. And it's again littlest things can make the biggest world of difference. Again, that little information, like him giving to that, and I work on that a bit more. That's again 2, maybe 5 more points. Maybe that could mean, 2 more win games, in the right setting. So it's great to do the little things that go into it. Communications that the biggest thing, right?
That's such a great point by you. The league is so tight. I don't tell you this. The league is so tight now. Points are so important. Like, 5 more points here, a couple more goals. You go from starting on the road to start with home ice and stuff like that. That's how tight it is. So I couldn't have you on and not ask about my old buddy partner. I used to love partner when I played for the Preds. I used to take him for lunch. He'd have spaghetti sauce from
the bloomin' onion. I used to eat the bloomin' onion at the steakhouse. Oh my God, at Outback Steak.
Where did we used to have pregame? You're not going to remember. But what was that?
Oh, Amerigo's.
Oh, Amerigo's. Good memories.
Yeah. Where are you nuts?
I would take him to Amerigo's, and he would have. But how's he doing? He got through prostate cancer, I saw. But partner's the best, and he rubs off on the guys, I think, factor. When you play there and you see partner every day, man, he puts a smile on your face.
Yeah, you couldn't say it any better. Every day you come rink, you see him. He's having fun. He's joking around with the boys. He's not afraid to give it to you, and he'll take it back as well. But his just infectious. The way it makes coming to the rink, especially when things aren't going well, coming to the rink, so enjoyable. He's in it with everyone. Everyone loves being around him, and he's such a huge piece of what the Predators are.
Yeah. Partner, I love him.
Yeah. Fact Daddy, I was going to ask you, what's like right now for you, you're a couple weeks out, you guys, you lost in the first round. You're watching playoff hockey. I'm sure you're watching playoff hockey right now, but the team's kind of left and what's going on. Is there anything is there anything that's highlighted to you and stuff? We watch way too much hockey as it is, but it is that time of year, Western Conference Final. Are you tuning into games? What are you kind of seeing? Are you reminiscing of stuff? Are you already getting ready and focused for, what you need to do for next year? What's that kind of like?
Yeah, I'm watching a bit, obviously, with the
4 kids.
my wife taking care of the baby. I'm kind of putting them all down and taking them to school. I don't know how she does it. I mean, exhausted. Yeah. By the end of the night, 9:30, I sort of hit the sheets. Crazy.
I hear you. I got 2, buddy. I feel it too. It's nuts.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting.
No, I watch. I turn on, obviously, watch it Van and, thought how, a couple little bounces or could have done things a little bit different, to be there against Edmonton, try that. And you reminisce, you think about it, but again, too, you got to kind of turn the page and start, what am I going to do to get, ready for next year? And I do watch my brother, I'm watching him and his playoff run against Grand Rapids. And, I always love watching him, but it's not dialed in every game, but, I put it on again and, yeah.
In between changing diapers and getting dinner and getting the bottle ready. It's like, I flipped the game on for it. Sick McDavid and sick. Well, what's that up back here?
Shit, I got to go get that steak there.
Yeah, this guy's a father. In fact, too. He's a great dad. But
I'm cooking. I'm fucking drinking wine. I'm
stressful.
It's full on. But I cook, watch hockey, hang out with Beckham, who now rips like one-timers. It's good. It's good age right now for the kids.
Yeah.
I like cooking. I like being a dad.
You're a hell of a dad. I mean, I'm impressed.
How's the golf game, Fact Daddy?
Got out for the first time today with actually Austin Watson took me and Nyquist out at his golf club in Tennessee.
It's a beautiful track.
Yeah, really nice.
Nationally.
Yeah, so I played all right. I struck off the tee, so I was spraining a bit there. An 84. I don't know if you're at Nyquist. He's a state, a +2 handicap, so he didn't even play great today, but he was a smooth 75.
Oh, he's one of those guys. Everybody plays bad, still shoots 75. Oh, wow.
He's a Swede, right?
It pisses me off.
Yeah. Same with this guy. Pisses me off, though. So sick of losing money to him on the golf course. Drives me by 100 yards, and I fucking lose 300 to him. Like, oh, man, that's tough day at the office here. Tough day at the office. Hey, does Casey got you dialed with TaylorMade head to toe? Is your bag looking National League thanks to Casey or what?
Oh, yeah. Casey's always got me dialed. Yeah, using the 770s, new wedges.
Ooh, those are hard to hit. You got the 770s.
I haven't hit the new driver yet though. I've got my got an old one that's been the Stealth I've been using that I like, but Casey's the best out every year.
Yeah, he's the man.
In fact, Eddie, what do you got planned for the summer? When do you go back home to the lake? And I know you get a nice little pad up there in Canada. You go back see the family, but at what point will you go back and just get those workouts in that home gym?
It's a little sticky in Nashville.
Yeah. It's getting hot there now. Yeah.
Yeah, we won't, with the new baby, it's tough to rush back, but we're actually selling our place up in Goderich right now, put it on the market. probably look to get something in Toronto, kind of close to where my wife grew up in the beaches there. But we'll head back. We'll probably be there July, bounce around there. We might have to head up to Muskoka for a bit as well. So not sure there. Before I leave here, I'm actually, you guys like this though. I'm actually me and my buddy are in the middle of writing a children's album.
Oh,
so we got a bunch of I kind of had some songs that was hilarious, just like messing around with the kids, and then kind of was a little buckled one day, and we're like, should we like record this and actually kind of throw together a little children's album? So hilarious. I'm working on these like kids songs that are it's so funny. So I'm hoping to actually kind of get them like freshly recorded and have like a little children's album for the kids.
Can you maybe play us? Can you play us a little taste of one right now, or maybe just one for the kids? Or
I can tell. I'll send you a little clip.
We want to put one out there. We want to tease it for you.
Get a nice clip for us, and we'll pump it out there for you. But you were always good at writing songs. You used to have those funny songs that you play around the campfire at Bob.
I want to.
Yeah. You were always good at coming up with that shit, bro. You're an artist, dude. You're an artist.
Yeah, you sure are.
Oh, this is hilarious though. Like when I'm sitting down with my buddy. I don't know if you remember buddy Kelly Joffrey. You might have met him before. We played Erie together, but
I met him.
He's a beauty. And we're sitting and writing a song, so it's just like the song's called Bye 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 Mr. Pooh. It's about like how my kids, you'll walk into the bath and there's a turd sitting there, and you're like, God damn it, can you go flush the toilet? So there's a song called Bye 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 Mr. Pooh, and then you're like writing for it, and like arriving Pooh with number 2, and like all like this stupid like it's hilarious. So we like die laughing.
I'll make sure my two nephews listed to Bye Bye Mr. Pooh, because they don't mind. They don't flush the toilet ever. My two nephews never. Never do.
And I need some new material for my kids to put. Like I like to play some tunes with the kids or whatever. And you can only sing Ba Ba Black Sheep so many times.
You can only listen to Blippy. You can only listen to Blippy so many times.
But you can kind of you can do, and the Bluey. Like, do your kids watch Bluey? It's great.
Listen,
It's
how much did that person make that made that Baby Shark song? I mean, I like that. They're got to be rolling in the dough now. That's not that hard of a tune to come up with.
Bye Bye Mr. Pooh is going to be the
that's what I mean. Fact Daddy, you're onto something here. Bye Bye Mr. Pooh.
I'll show you. I'll send you a few clips of it. It's coming together pretty good. I probably got 4 songs dialed. Got working on. I want to get at least 10 songs in there, but it's just like hilarious writing for them, and like it's great. I put the kids right there, I play something, and if they start moving their head and shake and dance, I'm like, oh, I got something here. So it's kind of like the perfect little test audience, and it'll just be hilarious. Like when Jameson's, my oldest is, 16. He's like, oh, by the way, remember Dad's children's album that he's got? Or like, when he's a dad and he's going to put on for his kids, it'd be hilarious. So I'm like, we got to do it. And like my wife's all over. She's like, you got to record this and just be hilarious.
You're going to get so popular with the kids that you won't be remembered as a Conn Smythe winner.
Artist and Conn Smythe Stanley Cup.
The guy that wrote
Ryan O'Reilly.
That's the guy that wrote the Baby album, right?
Yeah. He won the cup too, did he? Yeah. Good guy. Hey, Fact Daddy, I could do this all day with you, brother. I miss you. I love you, buddy. Thank you much for taking the time. We know you're busy with the family and everything, but we're always supporting here at Missin Curfew, buddy. Keep her going, and I will be in the Muskokas in July as well, so I will text you, and maybe if the old key to Bala, maybe for a night, who knows? I know you're busy, but thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
No, my pleasure, boys. I always love chatting with you, and we got to connect soon. It's been too long.